The author uses the phrase very sophisticated for their time to suggest which aspect about Western hunter-gatherers. A. They were living in a way that outpaced their time. B. They lived even before the development of farming. C. They had very advanced hunting and gathering techniques. Or D. They had dogs. Let's begin by locating where we see very sophisticated for their time in the text. We see this in the last sentence of the second paragraph, which tells us that although the man lived in the Middle Stone Age before the development of farming, Diekman explained that these men had dogs, lived in small communities, and were very sophisticated for their time. The usage of the word although means in spite of. In other words, in spite of the fact that they lived before farming, they were sophisticated. Based on this, we can see that choice B, they lived even before the development of farming, can't be correct, as they were sophisticated despite living before farming. Choice C can be marked off as well because, although the sentence makes mention of farming development, nowhere do we see mention of hunting and gathering techniques here. We are left with choices A and D. Although choice D, they had dogs, is mentioned in the text, we can see that this choice actually falls under choice A, as the only reason dogs are mentioned in the text in the first place is to give us an example of what choice A tells us, that they were living in a way that outpaced their time. With questions like these, it's important to make sure that we pick the most comprehensive answer, and not just one that happens to be mentioned in the text. Based on this, we can mark A, they were living in a way that outpaced their time, as our final answer.